his village in Pori district, where his father and mother had moved from Thapli village down there, and there is still only one house in that huge mountainside. And we said, we'll take some of this ash back to the village, plant 4 trees in the name of his children, so that he will always be, he would never leave Garhwal, at the place of his birth. And we touched the soil, and God has blessed us that day it rained, and we know that those trees will thrive and live. I believe it. And see, going back to our own place, touching the soil, and he wanted to do that, but he was so sick he could not move, and that is one part of which we were able to do. And another thing that I want to inform you is that the month of March had been difficult for our family. His younger brother next to him also passed away on the 4th of March. And Harish passed away on the 26th. And we were able to go and visit the family in Podwara. So in a way, when we look at it, it's a kind of a perfect timing so that we can be together, share each other grief. And I am so moved that today some of his old colleagues are here in spite of the difficulty in their health. And I want to say that I'm from Nagaland, he's from Garhwal. We met each other in Shillong, and many of you journalists must have been to the northeast, Shillong, And when I first came to Delhi, of course we came to Press Club, and here the same thing, I think it hasn't changed much. And one thing I always noticed with Harish was he never used to take alcohol, but all his friends are very happy people. They always love to have a good people. And this is one thing. And his best friends are all happy people. And this is one thing I can say. And whenever we come to Press Club, it's a warm, happy feeling of as if when we sit out there having some meal or just having a drink, there's so many stories. And Unyalji, I remember the last time that we came, how both of your stories were taller than both of you. It went on and on from the way that they were traveling or covering some stories, but most of all, I think their experience with meeting with different politicians and whatnot were so colorful and so good, And I hope the younger people will also have the same kind of interesting and experience. But it seems to be so innocent when I think back and to the present days. One thing I mentioned on the day he was cremated was, I paid homage to my father-in-law, mother-in-law. They were from the village. They never expected that their son would marry somebody quite different and from a different background, different tribe, different religion, I'm sure. But they never experienced and they never expressed any bewilderment or disappointment. They were so good to me. My sister-in-laws, my brother-in-laws, all of them, they call me Bobby, touch my feet, and this time also when we met each other, we all remember the time when in the village in Dolinda, how the sister-in-laws carry the water on the head, no water, no electricity, and I carry the water like a man on my shoulder. And it still is a kind of a mirth and laughter whenever they talk about it. And just day before yesterday, my sister-in-law came and she was narrating how we used to carry water. These are the bond, these are the joy of just being family. And we have no difference. And I think, when I think of the present situation, things are so different, isn't it? And even back home also when Harish travels, he is identified as a Naga, and actually he's more Naga than myself because he has seen more places in Nagaland than me. And we only know the extent of his work through his book. We are discovering about him. And so I'm amazed that the extent of our difference is so small when you compare the sort of things that we can share in two different regions, two completely different regions. Deepak Dewan also, I know you have been part of Nagaland, and Harat also, you have been so much part. And people like that, I can say that